favorite television shows and give you our real and honest opinion on the week's most recent episodes. So, like and subscribe to our channel to join the conversation. Remember to leave your thoughts in the comment section below. First up is Empire. Now, to do a quick recap of last season, we learned that Cookie and Lucius lose the Empire. The Lions have fallen. The Empire is now run by Lucius's old pal Eddie Barker. We also remember last season that Lucius was almost killed by his oldest son Andre in a car crash, or a car explosion rather. Lucius took a weird kind of rehabilitation period, I guess, to kind of get back to his old self, because after the car crash he developed amnesia, where he was treated by Demi Moore, who was a psychopath. Also, last season we ended with Hakeem and Tiana mending fences after their brief breakup, and at that point we also find out that Tiana is pregnant. Keep in mind, Hakeem already has a daughter, Bella, with Anika. So we kind of end off on what seems like a good place for Hakeem and Tiana. That is until they get shot. What else happened last season? Shine is finally gone. Lucius has killed him, which, thank God. And lastly, Anika is finally gone, or at least we think so. Thank goodness. So let's kind of jump right into what happened on last week's episode. So in my opinion, it was not that great. I was expecting a little bit more, especially with as much action as we got last season. Last season. This is a new season. Last season. Sorry. But yeah, so it kind of starts off with Cookie and Lucius, who are broke. Like, no money. Yeah. They jumped 2 years after the fall of Empire, and they are struggling to maintain the lifestyle that they've been accustomed to and selling off their assets to be able to purchase Empire back. Doesn't look like it's going so well. They finally find a plan to get the Empire back and steal it from under Eddie. And wouldn't you know it, he dies. He croaks the day before he is supposed to make a public announcement that he is stepping down from Empire and handing it back over to the Lions, because that was too easy. What's interesting about Eddie dying is that now Giselle, his ex-wife, is running the show, which kind of seemed like it was her plan from the very beginning. Yeah, that was what she was here for. So we'll see how that kind of plays out. I'd be here for Giselle running the Empire. I love Nicole Ari Parker, so let's see how that works out. Another OMG moment on Empire was when we found out that Hakeem was shot. When him and Tiana were shot at, he was the one that was shot, and he lost a piece of his lung. First of all, that sounds extremely painful. And Hakeem is bae, so we'll nurse your wounds, babe. We'll get you back. But it's kind of devastating for Hakeem, because he's a rapper. His entire life is music, and if he can't rap, it's going to be interesting to see what he kind of falls into this season, because I mean, he can't keep his breath, let alone rap, and we saw that on this last week's episode. That was honestly it for me for Empire. Those were the moments that kind of stood out. One other thing, Andre is in jail for killing Anika, which, way to go, Andre. Andre is in jail making major boss moves, so don't get it twisted. He ain't no punk. So, I mean, I guess we'll see what's up with the Lions going forward. I mean, that's really all I had for Empire. Like I said, I really didn't, the episode really wasn't that great to me. So, we'll see what happens next week. Leave your thoughts and comments on Empire in the comment section below. Up next is Star. Star comes on Fox right after Empire on Wednesdays at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So just a recap from last season, we find out that Star made a diss track. First, we don't find this out. I mean, it was freaking awesome, okay? The diss track was dope. There For You is my jam. It was messed up, but the song was dope. I mean, gotta give it to her. Anyway, so because of this diss track, Alex and Star get into a physical altercation, which causes Take 3 to get the boot from the national tour. So I'm sure that it's gonna raise some tension next season. Also, we lost Hayo last season. Hayo died. He was shot by Carlotta's sister, Cassie, because of Andy. Because Andy sucks. So yeah, way to go, Andy. When we left the season, Simone appeared to be running off to the DR to be with her husband, Angel. Remember, they got a quickie shotgun wedding to get her out of juvie. We'll see how that goes. Also, Noah appeared to be attempting suicide when we last saw him. After his performance, he kind of, I guess, got high, like really high, and went up to almost jump off of the roof. But we don't kind of see what happens there, so I guess they'll dive into that some this season. Another really I guess, shocking maybe thing that ended off last season is a plane crash. A plane headed to New York crash. And we know that Alex, Derek, and Cotton were all headed to New York. So, that's my brief recap. Let's jump right in. So, they come back 3 months after the tour. And Star is pregnant. Yeah. We don't know who the baby daddy is. I guess we'll find out going forward. I hope it's Noah, because I like Star and Noah. I like Star for Noah, and I kind of like Noah for Star. They kind of balance each other out. So we'll see who the baby daddy is there. Take 3 announced their breakup, which was unbeknownst to Star in the middle of an interview. Yeah, they just said, this is our last interview as Take 3. We're breaking up. And Star's like, are we? I didn't get the memo. So, yeah, there's that. We'll see how that kind of plays out. We do find out who's on the plane. Alex was on the plane when it crashed. She did survive the plane crash. But sis has experienced some major PTSD, like big time. So, we're going to see how this plays out. There was a girl that kind of sat beside her on the plane. And it seems like, I think that is bothering her more so than the plane crash itself. They don't really tell us if the girl dies. So I'm thinking that that girl died, and Alex is probably feeling guilty because they got her out over the girl. Because once the firefighter realized she was Alexandra Crane, oh yeah, get her out. So we'll see how that plays out. Hopefully Alex doesn't go too crazy, because we like Alex with some sense. And we love Alex and Derek. And Alex and Derek are back together. Yes, Alex and Derek are back together. And even better, Derek is walking. Like, not with a cane or a limp, real walking. So shout out to Derek for that. We also kind of go into Noah a little bit more this season, it looks like. Remember I said he looked like he was attempting suicide. Well, he didn't jump. It seems like he heard a voice that I believe was his dad, played by Dean Sims. We love Dean Sims. He was the brother to Desna on Claws, or is rather the brother to Desna on Claws, which we love. But he kind of like stopped him from jumping off the roof. I guess kind of scolding him in a way. But I guess we'll kind of see how that. Hopefully, we get more of Noah's dad this season. Because I think if he is Star's baby daddy, then it's just going to be so awesome to kind of see Noah unravel that way and see what made him kind of go to drugs anyway. Because I'm pretty sure the situation with his dad has something to do with his substance abuse. But we'll see. Another crazy moment, that was an OMG moment, was Simone. So Simone comes back from the DR looking gorgeous, okay? Straight hair, like super slim, looking gorgeous. So her and Alex had to go out after the interview. And Angel calls, and the conversation is kind of awkward, like there's this tension. So you can tell that things are not going well for them in the DR. Well, Simone decides to be a little thought, and she goes home with this chick she met at the club. So we know from last season, Simone definitely likes girls. I think she likes boys too, but we know she definitely likes girls. So she goes home with this girl, and she wakes up in the girl's bed, obviously, in her panties. But then, towards the end, we find out that this girl is the wife to the man who just bought Midtown. Way to go, Simone. Let's see how this plays out. That's going to be interesting. So also, we find out what happened with Carlotta and her sister. So remember I said Carlotta and her sister were at odds because Cassie killed Hayil. Well, last season we ended up with them two face-to-face, guns drawn, and we heard a shot. Somebody got shot. It turns out it was Mama Patty that ended up getting shot because the girls got into a heated altercation. And I mean, somebody shot Mama Patty. We don't know who it was. I believe it was Cassie because she trigger happy. But yeah, so that relationship between Carlotta and Cassie, I think, is going to be interesting to see how it evolves. Carlotta and Cassie had a lot of like heart-to-heart moments in this episode, especially more towards gun violence. I feel like Carlotta is real like, you know, I'll use a gun if I have to, but it doesn't define me. And Cassie's like, no, I need my strap. It's time to roll. So we'll see how that plays out with Carlotta and Cassie. The last thing I have for Star was really disturbing for me. It was really hard to watch. It was the very last scene, I believe, when Derek's grandma was in the house and she was closing the window and this dark figure appeared behind her. This man appeared to sexually assault this old lady, and it was so disturbing. It was so hard to watch. Keep in mind, I didn't mention this, but keep in mind, Derek and Alex are planning to move to New York. Like they were supposed to leave that day. So I can only imagine how it's going to play out when Derek finds out that this happened to his grandmother. I'm interested to see how that plays out. We'll stay tuned. We'll definitely be tuned in next week, or this week rather, for the next episode of Stars to see how things play out and hopefully find out who the baby daddy is. I think it's Noah. Team Noah. Lastly, we're going to go into my favorite show, Grey's Anatomy. We are in 15 seasons of Grey's Anatomy. I'm super duper excited. So Grey's Anatomy is going to have a really brief recap because a lot of what happened last season I don't think is going to be important into this season. We know Arizona and April are gone. Super sad about that. We love them both. I think the biggest thing, and really the only thing that might carry over into this season is Teddy came back to Grace Sloan to take over the interim chief position because we know Bailey is going on a stress sabbatical, whatever that is. And Teddy is pregnant with Owen's baby. Yeah. So we'll see how that plays out. I think that's the biggest thing from last season that's going to carry over into this season. Also, we have to shout out Joe Lex for finally getting married. Alex and Joe have been together for what, 6, 7 seasons, I guess? Maybe even 10. They're on season 15. Probably, they've been together for a long time. So it's about time they got married. So we are here for Joe Lex and their nuptials. Congratulations, guys. So yeah, we're going to dive right into last week's episode. So the first thing, actually it was really probably the first thing that happened in the episode was the car crash. It was brutal, man. Like, that kid went flying through the air, and they never show like the accident in slow motion. But they did this week, and I mean the girl was literally flying through the air on her bicycle. It was crazy. It was, I mean, all she wanted was, she was so cute, so liked her. Yeah, that was tough to watch. But with the accident, we got a new character who I actually really like and hope stays around for a couple of seasons, or episodes rather, not seasons. And it's Cece. Cece is the matchmaker that was driving the car that hit the young girl. She's got a heart condition, which caused her to pass out in the wheel, at the wheel. So I don't think she's going to be around too many episodes. But she has now become Meredith's official matchmaker. So hopefully we get her for at least 2 more episodes. I really liked Cece. I thought she was awesome. An awesome rendition to the cast. I think she's going to give us like a Denny Duquette or like a Henry feeling. There were 2 very instrumental characters to the show, but they didn't stick around very long. So I think that's where Cece's gonna kind of gonna come in. I hope so. I liked her. I liked her a lot. While we're talking about matchmaking, let's talk about the new ortho doctor, Link. He's got a thing for Meredith. He is gorgeous. First of all, he's played by Chris Carmack. He's gorgeous. And I think he's got a thing for Meredith. Well, obviously, he's got a thing for Meredith. And you know, there aren't very many male doctors who come there who don't have a thing for Meredith. But Meredith ain't giving him no play, like at all. Like the scene when he bumps into her and he's like, oh, we haven't met. She's like, nope, keeps on walking. Classic Meredith, loved it. It was hilarious. But we'll see how he works out. I mean, he's no Callie Torres, but you know, we'll see how he works out. Also, something that happened this season, or this episode, that was very odd. Jackson accidentally proposed to Maggie. And I know you're thinking, like, who accidentally proposes? Yeah, Jackson did. He did. He didn't mean to at all. He said, what? I didn't propose. And we're like, yeah, you kind of did, sir. Like, I want to do what April did. April got married. Well, I want to do what April did. Yeah, that sounds like you kind of want to get married. And like Maggie said, you guys haven't even said I love you yet. You're still kind of siblings, which is gross. So like, granted you're adults, you're step siblings, kind of, maybe, I guess, but still, it's odd, it's weird. I mean, I like Maggie. I like Jackson. I mean, Jaggy ain't no J-April, so we'll see. We'll see how that turns out. Another thing that is really funny that happened this season is Chief Karev. Yeah. Alex is interim chief, so Bailey can go on her stress sabbatical. This is going to be fun. Also, Bailey has stolen Meredith's work life. Bailey stole Joe. They're going to cure cancer together. And Bailey is giddy about it. Bailey said, I didn't steal her. I took her. Like, there's a difference. You know why I took her? Because I wanted her. Yeah, no difference, Bailey. You stole Joe from Meredith, but it's okay. We'll see how it works out. There's no bond like Meredith and Joe, so hopefully they still have a bond. And they can use the mini livers to, you know, cure whatever they were trying to cure with that. We'll be cool with that. But the biggest thing was Teddy. Teddy showed up at Owen's door, all happy and excited because she's having his baby. only to find out that Owen and Amelia are living together and raising 2 kids together. You probably should have called first. Just saying. So we'll see how this plays out. Maggie knows that Teddy is pregnant by Owen. So we'll see how that works out, because you know Maggie can't keep no secret. So I'm still here for all this baby mama drama that's coming up this season, especially since Amelia and Owen have decided to be boyfriend and girlfriend again post brain tumor. So I'm excited about that. Amelia is still very aware that she's an addict, so we're gonna see kind of how this plays into their relationship. I'm super excited about it. Yeah, I'm here for all of this. Can't wait for Thursday when the new episode of Grey's Anatomy comes on. Remember, it comes on at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Set your clocks. Don't forget. Grace. Alright guys, that's all for TV Talk today. I want to thank you so much for watching. Again, be sure to like and subscribe to our channel. Join the conversation in the comment section below. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know what shows you want me to do, want me to watch. I love TV, so this is what I do. It's my favorite pastime. So give me some recommendations for some good shows. Also, next week I will be adding How to Get Away with the Murder to the mix, because honey, Annalise Keating and these kids, and Bonnie and this child, woo, this season of How to Get Away with Murder is going to be good. So How to Get Away with Murder will be joining the conversation next week. Thank you so much for watching, and again, subscribe to my channel. Bye.